Have you ever noticed that during the day, you can seem completely fine, but at night, you suddenly miss someone so much more?
Yes, I think nighttime has a way of making feelings louder. During the day, life keeps us distracted. We have work, messages, responsibilities, noise. But at night, when everything slows down, there is nothing left to hide behind.
That is exactly how it feels. In the daytime, I can stay busy and feel okay, but at night, especially when everything gets quiet, memories start coming back without warning.
Because silence creates space. And in that space, emotions that were pushed aside all day finally have room to breathe.
Sometimes it is strange, though. I do not even think I miss the person all day. But then at night, one song, one thought, one old memory, and suddenly my heart feels heavy again.
I think that happens because nighttime is honest. It removes all the distractions that help us avoid what we truly feel. So what we have not fully healed from tends to show up when the world gets quiet.
Do you think we really miss the person? Or do we miss the feeling they gave us?
Sometimes it is the person, but a lot of the time I think we miss how we felt when we were with them. We miss the comfort, the attention, the routine, the version of ourselves that existed in that connection.
That makes sense, because sometimes I know very clearly that the relationship was not right for me, but I still miss it at night, and then I start questioning everything.
Missing something does not always mean it was right for you. It just means it mattered. Something can be wrong for you and still leave a real mark on your heart.
I think that is what confuses a lot of people. They miss someone at night and assume it means they should go back, text them, or reopen a chapter that already ended.
Exactly. But missing someone is not always a sign to return. Sometimes it is just a sign that you are human, that you loved deeply, that something once meant a lot to you.
I really like that. Because people often make themselves feel weak for still thinking about someone.
And they should not. Healing is rarely as clean as people want it to be. You can know that leaving was the right decision and still feel lonely at night. You can move forward and still have moments when the past comes back to visit.
Nights can feel so long when you are carrying that kind of loneliness.
Yes, because at night, there is less to do and more to feel. And when your mind is tired, your heart tends to speak louder.
Sometimes I think nighttime also makes us romanticize things. We remember the warmth, the sweet moments, the way someone once made us feel safe, but we forget the reasons it did not work.
That is very true. Night can soften memories. It can turn pain into nostalgia. And nostalgia is powerful because it edits the story. It keeps the beautiful parts close and pushes the difficult parts further away.
So maybe that is why people suddenly want to text an ex at midnight.
Exactly. Not always because they have changed. Not always because the relationship deserves another chance. Sometimes it is just because loneliness feels louder after dark.
That line hurts a little, but it is real.
It is. And I think many people mistake nighttime loneliness for destiny. But not every late night feeling is a message you need to act on. Some feelings are just passing through, asking to be felt, not followed.
I love that. Asking to be felt, not followed.
Because if we reacted to every emotion we felt at night, we would reopen too many wounds that took us a long time to close.
So what do we do with those feelings then? When the night feels quiet and someone's absence suddenly feels so present.
I think the first thing is not to judge yourself. Missing someone at night does not mean you're moving backward. It does not mean you are failing to heal. It just means your heart is still processing.
That is comforting.
The second thing is to be gentle with your memories. Let them come, but do not let them rewrite the truth. Remember the whole story, not only the part that feels beautiful in the dark.
That is hard, but necessary.
Very necessary. Because healing needs honesty, not just longing.
And maybe part of healing is learning how to sit with the quiet instead of always trying to escape it.
Yes, the night can feel heavy, but it can also teach us something. It can show us what we still need to grieve, what we still need to accept, and what we are finally ready to let go of.
So maybe missing someone more at night is not always about them.
Sometimes it is more about the parts of ourselves that still need tenderness, the parts that feel alone, the parts that are still learning how to live without what once felt familiar.
That is such a beautiful way to put it.
And maybe that is why healing takes time, because we are not only letting go of a person. Sometimes we are also letting go of a dream, a habit, a future we once imagined.
And at night, those imagined futures feel very close.
They do, but so does peace eventually. One day, the night will no longer feel like a place where old pain returns. It will become a place where you can finally breathe again.
I think a lot of people need to hear that.
I think so too. Especially anyone who feels strong during the day but falls apart a little at night.
Maybe the goal is not to stop missing people completely. Maybe the goal is to miss them without losing yourself.
Exactly. To remember without reopening, to feel without returning, to honor what mattered without forgetting what it cost you.
And maybe one day, the night will feel quiet, but not lonely.
Yes, quiet, but not lonely. And that is when you know healing has finally become peace.